round of 32, and I'm the Gunrun, and with me is Torch.
How you doing,
guys? Yep, so we have some great matches coming up for you really soon, but first, you should follow us on Twitter. Twitter.com/thegunrun, and you, Torch?
Torch Gaming.
Oh, twitter.com.
And you should also be checking out GOMTV.net, and if you have a mobile device, you can check out the schedule and VODs and stuff at m.gomtv.net.
Yeah.
It's really nicely laid out, so you can check out everything very, very easily.
Yeah, I love having a smartphone. I'm all there all the time, just checking out those little VODs, you know. When I'm commuting to work on the BART station in San Francisco, I'm always like looking up what's going on GOM. It's really cool.
Yep.
Yeah, but
so if you're just joining us now, we did have two really exciting games from MVP Dream versus I Am Ready. Spoiled it a little bit there, sorry guys, but you should definitely check those out. If you are a Terran player against Protoss, know exactly how to zone out your opponent and keep their pressure on so that you can control the game.
And speaking of Protoss, we have a Protoss versus Zerg coming up for you guys. Yeah, we have Creator Prime, as well as OGS Luvsic, and I think Creator Prime is actually younger than the player we saw earlier.
Maybe, but MVP Dream is actually the youngest player in GSL July right now.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. Well, he's still pretty darn young.
Yeah, we do have a lot of young players.
You'll see him in a few moments, yeah. Full of youngsters all over here in the GSL today.
So, Creator Prime, which you see right now, he is part of the Prime.we team. He is a Protoss player, and he's a young player with no fear. He's not the youngest player, but he is a young player, and he has no fear.
Well, he might be the youngest looking player. Just look at him. Isn't he so cute? Yeah.
And apparently the producers don't think that he needs to play more broadcasted games, so there's that little question mark there. He's just moved straight on to finals of Code A and goes straight there. He did do quite well in the qualifier, so.
Interesting question mark placed there by producers. Very nice.
I believe he took out one of the FXO guys in the most recent qualifier. FXO, a foreign team that's here playing in the GSTL.
Oh, yes, FXO staying with those guys right now at the GOM House. Some cool dudes over there.
Yeah, they're really taking a leap for a lot of the foreign teams. They're bringing all of their players to Korea to play in a Korean team house, which really changes a lot. And what we see here is OGS Luvsic, one of the better-known better-known Korean teams. Excuse me, OGS. He used to be known as OGSJ. He's a Zerg player. This is his first time in the GSL. However, he has played a bit in foreign tournaments and online tournaments. Not the best results, but still a formidable player.
Yeah, he competed in the SK Gaming Championships, champions, where he lost 0-2 to both Bomber and Yoda. So we'll
both very good players.
Yeah, exactly, and we'll see how these guys work with it. Just for an quick age differential, because I'm interested in that. Creator Prime is about 14 years old, born in 1996, and Luvsic is 20. So yeah, 14-year-old versus a 20-year-old guy here. You can see the stark differences visually here. Both guys have pretty similar classes. We'll see how that factors in. But yeah, really excited to see how that works out. Yep, and we'll be getting started in a bit, it looks like.
So both of these players are relatively new to the GSL, so nerves can be quite an issue. Playing in that booth is very, very different than playing at home or in a PC bong or your practice room, whatever you're used to. And then when you get yourself out of that normal environment that you're been practicing in so much, it can really change the way that you play. Sometimes the nerves can be for the better, sometimes they can make it a little bit worse.
Yeah, also wondering how Luvsic feels about playing against a player so young as this. Yeah.
Well, they're all Korean. They're just robots.
Yeah,
it's just
straight up.
whatever their vintage age was. It doesn't really matter.
Define Korean. You don't need to care about age. Up against a Korean guy? Okay, cool. I'm Korean too. I'll do my best, and we'll see how this works out. So here we go with our maps in the middle. Bottom here. Center one will be on top of the altar, followed by dual side. And if it does come down to a game 3, it'll be on Zelnok cameras. So now we should be getting started here. And yeah, hopefully get a really great game between these two players. OGS Luvsic, such a nice name. I wanted to say Luvsic for the longest time. Oh, there we go, the Code A casters and their really fancy like studio setup there.
Well, we have a nice fancy booth as well. But
true.
we are going to see Tal'Darim Altar as the first map again in this set. It is a map that has been getting a lot more play in the GSL and the GSTL. It debuted only a few months ago, and it's really been playing quite well for the Korean players. The foreign players are starting to use it a bit more as well.
Yeah, Tal'Darim Altar is a really sick map. I really like just how those Zelnok watchtowers really factor into just how the dynamic is. And yeah, here we go. The game is going to be starting soon. Here we go, guys. GSL. So here we go. So starting off with players on the top right, we have our yellow Protoss. He is quite the young dude.
Creator Prime B.
Wow. Creator Prime
That's
We.
the Korean caster there. He's known as Koshin, or Colossus in Korean.
There you guys go.
And we do see that Creator Prime is putting his probes on the close patches.
Yep, more effective. And here we go with our second player, his opponent.
Luvsic.
That is Gisato.
Good old Gisato.
He also stays in the GSL guest house. He's there mainly to be able to show the foreign players what they need. He speaks fluent Korean, obviously, because he is Korean.
Yep.
So it's always nice to have that person around that you can always ask, oh, like, I've got a tickle in my throat or whatever. Where's the hospital so I can go get it checked out?
Yeah, so if you're having a heart attack, go to Gisato, no matter what's going on. Yeah,
Yep.
I'm in the GOM house too with Torch here, so we get to see him a good amount.
He's a huge nerd. He likes playing lots and lots of different games, but StarCraft obviously is his favorite. He used to be a pro gamer himself.
Yeah, now he's found the right path and chosen StarCraft as the best game ever. Here we go. So yeah, on the bottom left, we do see Luvsic here.
And the Protoss player is going for a Forge expansion. He's setting up that wall already. Very typical on this map, especially when you have cross positions like they do right now. He didn't know that when he started putting that down, but once you do scout it on the 4-player map, it does make you feel a lot more secure. That travel distance for those Zerglings is going to be a little while.
Yeah, especially with a map of this size, you tend to see a lot of players going for that really quick second base up here. But it looks like we already have a ton of Zerglings right now from Luvsic. Let's see how this works out for him. We have about 6 of these guys going right up across positions. Luvsic has yet to scout his opponent, but it will make it there in time.
And Creator Prime is going to be very, very safe with this. He's going to throw down all of those buildings to finish off the wall before he goes for his Nexus. It is going to delay his economy slightly, but it really doesn't matter since the Zerg player also went for fast units instead of a fast expansion. The Zergs are going to try to take out that top pylon.
Trying to squeeze through a little bit there, completely befuddled, and there we go with the photon cannons, and that should spell an end to any kind of type of harassment here, any kind of damage possible, actually, from Zerg to Creator here.
And once those Zerglings did go away, the Nexus was dropped down. Luvsic does know that he does need to back off and get an expansion of his own, so he's sending that drone over there for his hatchery. It does get scouted, though. Really not that big of a deal, because it's kind of assumed. You can go, as a Zerg player, you can go for a Roach all-in, but really not the best thing to do in a situation like this.
Yeah, but boop, we did see that probe go down. The Creator's second Nexus is up right now. We're hearing a couple of chews. There we go. It's going after the rocks already here. Yeah, these rocks are blocking his third expansion right now. Yeah,
and because the Protoss player is playing so defensively, he's getting those photon cannons, which can't move. What they could in the alpha, but they can't right now in the actual game. That forces the Protoss player to be very, very defensive. And when your opponent is being very defensive, that gives you the ability to be a lot more aggressive with your economy. So he's going to take down these rocks and try to go for a very, very quick third, most likely.
Yeah, the alpha for StarCraft 2 was quite a fun era indeed. Weren't they also called a different name as well?
It was a different name. I don't know exactly what it was called, though.
I don't know. It seemed way more like, way cooler than Photon Cannon. But I guess he really wanted to have that homage to the previous StarCraft.
Yeah, and this game is only a year old, still balancing it constantly, making it even better. It's a very, very balanced game, one of the best out there. Maybe not quite as much as StarCraft 1 quite yet, but it's getting there. And there's also going to be 2 more expansions coming out for the game, just adding a lot of different dynamics to it.
Oh yeah, true that. Heart of the Swarm coming out soon. A couple of trailers are already out there on YouTube. Definitely check that out, guys.
Yeah, it looks
into
amazing.
The storyline or into any of that lore stuff.
Blizzard really doing a great job of keeping their fans happy and providing us the best possible game we could ever have.
They've been having the coolest voice actors ever. Optimus Prime, yeah. One day I will be Optimus Prime. I can feel it as a voice dude. But anyway.
Well, Creator Prime might actually be able to be Optimus Prime at some point if he does win a GSL.
He's Korean, so he will change his name like every other season, right? So yeah,
well,
we shall see.
The Optimus name from the Prime team is actually a tag that's going to get handed down from the best player in the Prime team. So Polt right now is now Optimus Prime because he won the Super Tournament this past season.
Oh, good point. Interesting.
So Luvsic is scouting here with an Overlord. He's going to see that assimilator is going down. Nothing out of the ordinary. The 2 gas does indicate that he's going to try to go for more of a tech-heavy play. Not do any sort of super aggressive early gateway play. So that does make Luvsic a lot more comfortable with going for that third base that he's putting up right now.
Looking at total units killed, 1-1 right now. Huge lead with 100% of the kills in the game. We see Luvsic and also that third expansion about halfway done at this moment. Layer tech right now just beginning for Luvsic in his main. Evo Chamber is up too. So in case there is some kind of gateway play, we'll be able to throw down those spore crawlers. Very nice. Let's say spore colonies, but I don't play Brood War. Never mind. Yeah.
And Creator is throwing down a few more pylons at his wall. What this is needed for is once you do get to the point that you want to move out, you're going to need to destroy your own building so you can actually walk out. A pylon is usually the most likely that you're going to take out, and you don't want to leave your wall being supported by a single pylon. If you do that, then Banelings can come in and take out that pylon and completely wipe out your defenses.
Yeah, unlike the other races, really no, I guess, ability to mobilize any kind of structure. You don't have the supply depot, you're able to lift up or down, or any rare barracks. You don't have a, even though you rarely see it, any kind of spore crawler wall. You just like lift up and move away.
And this Overlord moving in, he does scout the first 2 gateways. He doesn't scout the other 2, and those sentries are going to be able to take him out. Not the best scouting, but it's not terrible either. It is expected that you are going to lose that Overlord, so you do build it into your build order so that you are prepared to have another one ready as soon as it does go down. As I was saying before, they are taking down this pylon to open up that door and be able to get out. With those sentries there, you can force field and create a little door if you're scared of your opponent trying to do a run-in with Zerglings.
And look at that hallucination also being researched right now at the Cybernex core. Also another upgrade, ground weapons level 2. Back in the main base though for Zerg. Let's take a look at what's going on over here. We do see Roach Warren up, all working on Roach Speed. Don't feel like pronouncing that today.
Yeah, and while the Zerg player did expand to his 3rd faster than the Protoss is, the Protoss is just taking down his rocks now, sending out a few scouting Phoenix. So while the Zerg player did expand earlier, he is actually behind on the worker count. Because of those chrono boosts, you are able to get out a lot of probes very, very quickly and be able to counteract your opponent's extra expansion.
Pretty great scouting so far from Luvsic, our Zerg player, as he is able to see plenty of what's going on in the map. Does know his opponent does have hallucination and went for that 3rd base as well. And there's
he hasn't quite scouted 3rd base, but he is going to right now.
Oh, yes, there he is with that one Zergling there.
Hydra then does go down, so he's going to be able to get out a lot of those units and get those upgrades for the Hydras.
Beautiful. I love seeing Hydras against Protoss. Also getting Ventral Sacs, so we will have drop technology adapted to those Overlords, so we'll be able to hopefully see some Hydra drops. That'll be so cool.
Yeah, this map is actually quite nice for doing drops on the main. There's that other cliff there.
Looking at the army supply real quickly, 42 to 24, and here comes a huge amount of that with Creator and his Blink Stalkers. Coming through the middle here, there's a ton of creep tumors that are an observer at all on this map. Yeah, probably won't be able to clean up too much of that creep anytime soon, but still very dangerous army moving in right now, and even a pylon are going to be thrown down here too. So that 3rd base for Luvsic is going to be pretty, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, these Stalkers are going to move in. They are very fast off creep. Well, they're fast at the same anytime, but he does have Blink, so he can move the hurt ones back. Put on a little bit of aggression to make sure that he can get that 3rd up. The Queen just goes down. Very nice force fields, blocking out all of those.
The Queen. Beautiful there, and also taking down the Spore Crawler too. These Roaches are unable to do anything with those force fields up at this moment. And there he goes, beginning to target attack the hatchery. A 2nd set of force fields thrown down there right now. And those Roaches, oh my god, those Roaches just got taken out. You can feel the panic in their motions.
This was extremely nice timing by Creator Prime. He hits right before there's a lot of Hydras on the field. 10 are being produced, 12 more Zerglings as well. So there is going to be a reinforcing army coming here right now, but he did do the damage that he needed to do. He took out the 30s and see if he can do any more before being forced to back out from these Hydras.
The Roaches right now getting picked off one by one. We're seeing even Spy Cloud being thrown up here. Just hoping that they'll get up in time, but no, not really going to happen here with these Stalkers. There's just so many of them. Oh, but here come the drones too.
The drones are trying to come into the fight, but they are not able to because of these really nice force fields. The Stalkers do blink in to make sure that the Zerg army cannot run away. A lot of these Overlords are taking the hits, which is actually good for the Zerg player because the army isn't taking hits, but that army that wasn't taking hits is now gone. There's nothing left for the Zerg player to be fighting in this battle. He's producing a lot more Roaches, but it's really not going to be enough. And this game is going to go to a GG very, very soon.
Yeah, it is not looking good at all. And a bit of a dance there, it looks like, from the Stalkers. And GG is called. Luvsic dropping it there to Creator, the victor of this battle with those beautiful Blink Stalkers and timing.
And there is Creator Prime.we. Very nice play there from the Protoss player, who was very defensive early on. The Zerg did get a fast 3rd, but he didn't exactly use the extra economic lead that he could have gotten from it as much as he really should have.
We got that fast pull too, but really there was no chance after getting that wall of those guys doing any kind of damage. Really just let them right there in his tracks too. And yeah, good probe scout there as well as being able to tell that many Zerglings were heading towards him and didn't have enough time just to have that occur. Very nice.
Yeah, so that was a large map, so it's a lot easier for the Protoss to do that sort of expansion play. Our next map is going to be dual site, so we're going to see if he's going to be able to do something similar on this map.
Yeah, this is quite a fun map here too. Very contrasting. I guess environment we're going to be seeing here. Not just aesthetics though. This can lead to some really fun stuff, and I'm really curious to see how Creator will hold up here. If he'll be able to pull the same kind of stuff, and if he will continue to go with that Blink Stalker sort of a style here.
And Blink Stalkers on Tal'Darim Malta are really nice because you do have a lot of different terrain. It is a very large map, so having that extra mobility gives you a lot of extra power. Dual Sight's a little bit different because you do have a lot of things that block the terrain, but it's relatively an open map. So the Zerg can use a lot of Zergling play to be able to surround the Protoss army and do a little bit of damage there.
Yeah, also in that first game too, we did see that hallucination come into play, and I really want to see that just come into play a bit more here in the second game. Really like when players do hallucination, and also kind of sad we never did see those Hydra drops too. Maybe this will be the game where all our dreams will come true.
We will see on Dual
My
Sight.
dreams at least. But yeah, here we go. So Dual Sight now loading up. We'll be jumping right into that game as soon as those Korean guys are ready over there.
Korean guys are always ready, except for I am ready.
Oh, good old Korean names of people. Yep, so we'll be, I think we're ready. I think they're ready. Here we go. Yeah, this isn't
Maybe.
my stream at home.
Game
there we
starting
go,
now.
game starting. Here we go.